Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge Blade Works. I got tagged by Michael from back in Nam, and he did a video on a VR. He did a VR response to AK Driller, and AK Driller was asking if you only had 1 year to live, what would you do? And it's kind of simple for me. I'm really into adventure and bushcrafting and survival and drag racing and Harleys and all kinds of stuff. Anything that gives you an adrenaline rush. I'm not into drugs. I'm almost at, I think we figured it out the other night. I'll be close to 28 years clean and sober, which I'm pretty excited about that. Never done any hard drugs, never smoked cigarettes, nothing like that. I used to drink a little bit when I was younger, and I hurt a guy real bad. And after that happened, I said I'd never drink again. And, you know, like I said, I've never done any drugs. So, and so if I found out tomorrow that I was dying and I had a year to live, what would I do? I think one of the biggest things that I would do is, you know, I'd do special stuff with my kids, and I'd want to go take them places like mountain climbing and go to Yosemite, because I used to live right next to Yosemite, and there's a lot of spots that I missed out on that I never got to go to because I was always working. And I'd take my kids with me, and I'd go on the Jeep run. It's called the Rubicon Run, and it's over by over like Reno, Nevada area, over in that area, or you know, Lake Tahoe area, whatever it is. And that's a really fun run. I've been on it before, and when my son was little, he was the youngest. He had a big tall trophy, and he was the youngest four-wheeler on the trip to go on the Rubicon Run. And he was, I want to say he was like 12 days old or something like that, and he made it all the way through the Rubicon, and in a Chevy Blazer, which is almost impossible because it's made for like doing, you know, made for Jeeps and stuff. But I would like to do that with my kids. I think that'd be fun to go, you know, go on the Rubicon Run and take the Jeep and go out there and just beat it up. The other thing that I do is, like I was saying, I'd like to drag race again. I used to drag race years ago, haven't done it in a while. And then I was on 3 different drag racing boat circuits, where I was a pit crew member for 3 different boats. And two of them, let's see, one was a top alcohol, the other one was a top alcohol, and the other one was top fuel. And I would love to, you know, they were always trying to get me to be the driver of the boats, and I'd never do it. I said, no, I just want to work on them, you know, wrench on them and build the motors and all that kind of stuff. That always fascinated me. Anything that you could take your 2 hands and make stuff with, you know, I like doing that. But I think if I could drag race again, I would do that, because back in the day when I used to do that, you know, knowing that I had kids and wife and all that good stuff, it was real dangerous. I watched 3 guys within 3 months get killed in boat racing, and it was, you know, just crazy watching that happen and knowing that they had families and their kids and their wives and all that good stuff, and it's just, you know, horrible. But now, if I knew I only had a year to go, I'd tell my kids and everybody I love them, and I'd get one of those top fuel boats and put the throttle down and go. And one of the other places I would go, I wrote this stuff down, is the Moab Desert in Utah. I've hiked there before and had a lot of fun, and that's somewhere that I'd really like to go again. But this time, if I got to go, I'd love to take my kids where they can, man, it's hot in here. I got the fireplace or the furnace going in the garage, and got about 1,000 degrees in here. But anyways, the Moab Desert is an awesome place, and there's a lot of spots to hike and whatever. And I think that'd be one place that I'd go to. Oh, and I was gonna say, AK Driller, here's your orange and your water. This is what I'm doing. I'm sitting out here goofing off, working on my car, eating oranges and water, and just had an apple, had some eggs and toast, just relaxing. And what's the other one? Let's see. So I love the Moab Desert in Utah. That's really awesome. The Rubicon. The other place I'd like to go is in Lake Tahoe. They have a place that's an old Viking Castle, and it's called the Viking Castle, and it's on Emerald. Let's see, it's Emerald Lake or so. I forget what the spot's called, but there's this amazing castle, and you have to hike down to it. It's about 1.5 miles, maybe 1.75 miles, something like that. And you hike down to this old vintage Viking castle, and what I would like to do is go down there and go kayaking again. or now I've hiked it a whole bunch of times, but I'd like to go down there and go kayaking. I think that'd be fun because there's this little castle that you can go out to and hop on this island and walk around and stuff, and it's really neat. What else? AK Driller was saying in his video that he would like to jump out of a plane and not have anybody behind him, tandem. I'd love to do that too. If I'm going to be in a plane, I don't want some guy behind me or a woman behind me or whatever. I want to get all crazy and jump and do stupid crap out of this plane. And, they say, why would you jump out of a perfectly good plane? But I don't have any marbles anyways. I always thought that'd be a rush though. I've always wanted to do it. And I went to do it a couple times, but stuff happened where I had to work or, stuff like that. There was a spot in Yosemite that I used to hike and, walk around and goof off with the kids and the wife and whatever. And there were some spots out there that I got to watch them climbing these walls. And there was straight up walls of rock. And I always thought that'd be so badass to just get up there and climb that thing and be able to say you made it to the top or get up to the top and climb down, I always thought that'd be really awesome. I have some spots that in California, and my kids and I call them our survival spots. And that's one of the places I like to visit. That'd be fun to do, is go with my kids and go do another survival trip again and stay out there for 3 or 4 days and, with just a knife and nothing else. That was always fun. I'd like to get on my bike and do a little bit more riding like this year, but if I knew I was dying and I only had a year to go, I'd get on my bike and hit, like I've already been through almost every state in the United States on my motorcycle, been all over the place, but I'd go to Hoover Dam again. That was really fun. I've been there 4 or 5 times, and then I'd like to ride over to like New England and West Virginia and all that. That's a couple of the states that I haven't been to. But like I said, I've been to almost every state on my bike, and I love riding through Idaho. Right when you come through Idaho and you're on the Idaho-Oregon border, oh my gosh, just absolutely beautiful. Hit a deer over there on my motorcycle, or a dog. It's kind of a funny story. We were watching for deer, and a guy's dog ran out, and we hit my uncle Hawk, he hit I was on his bike, he was on my bike, and he hit not a deer, a dog. And it was like a big old German Shepherd ran out in front of him and wrecked up my bike and whatever. And we just laughed about it. We didn't care. But, it hurt the dog and he took off running. So I know he didn't get killed or nothing. But that Idaho-Oregon border, though, there's some spots over there that are just absolutely beautiful. And other than that, I don't know. I can't really think of nowhere. I've always wanted to see that big old statue of Christ in Rio de Janeiro. I thought that'd be pretty cool. But now that I've seen all the stuff that goes on in Rio de Janeiro and all the drug cartels and all the crazy stuff that happens over there, it's like I could give a crap less if I go over to that place. That sounds like Stockton, California, where I came from. But anyways, I don't know. I guess that's about it, bro. So I got tagged by Michael from back in Nam. Thanks, brother. And AK Driller, you're the bomb. You're one of the best YouTube channels on YouTube. And Merry Christmas, everybody. You guys take care. Thanks for watching.